goes after him, and the Rear Admiral does not have veteran instinct, so he's also at an 8, but it depended upon who has initiative, which
Right.
I didn't pay attention to who has initiative.
Well, it looks like
But
Augustine honestly was allowed to choose.
If Poe moves first, then we know he has. Then we know Jason has the initiative.
Okay, all right.
Which I'm gonna guess and say that Poe that he has initiative. I'm just gonna guess.
Really? Because I would think I would want to know where Poe moves before I move. And it looks like Augustine, just because I think he's at 99 points.
Well, yeah, and if Jason has, if he has initiative, then Poe moves first.
Right.
So then he will, and he moves
here we
before
go.
Rack. So, and he's
Now it looks like he's scooting out of there.
Booking it, man. And
Which makes sense.
I think that, because he wants to get out of there, he doesn't want to get clobbered by Soontir and the Rear Admiral
Not
at the same time. So maybe this is a feint, though, because you could have, I'm coming for you, but then the real target is not really Poe, or is it?
We won't know
No.
until turn 10.
I mean, of course, part of it is, and Augustine slow rolls a little bit. I think that might be partially because he doesn't know if he's going to come in and two-turn in, because Poe could have two-turned in.
He could have.
And blocked.
But you see, the problem is if he had done that, yes, he would have blocked in this case, but he didn't know that Chernu was going to do that, right?
No, he didn't know.
So, and plus all of his support is way the heck over there.
Yeah, it is.
So,
and that was probably a good call by Jason to just scoot the fudge out of there.
Yeah. But that's what I was saying at the beginning. I mean, Augustine placed well. He saw the blocker was at that far corner, and he decided to place his stuff in the near corner.
And go after Poe, which makes sense because Poe's a threat. I'd say Corrin's even almost more of a threat just because he has R2-D2, which means all he has to do is green maneuvers all day long. And he won't, even if he bumps, he still gets a shield back. Whereas Poe is very reliant on that focus token.
Yeah, but Poe never gives up his focus token, really. Usually.
Yeah, usually.
Because his thing is, I have a focus token, so I can just change one eyeball without expending my focus token.
Exactly. But there might come a dilemma where he wants to spend it.
I know, right. You roll 2 eyeballs on your dodge, and you're like, well, do I want my 1 shield back?
Will it be back anyway if I spend it or not? Because if you evade it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like spending it anyway.
Yeah. I guess in that case, I would just...
I mean, it depends on if you're getting shot in the
hall or not.
Yeah, if you're getting shot any more than just once.
So here we've got some shots going from the Decimator to Poe.
3 dice. Ooh.
Oh.
Well, I think he's going to get a crit, though, because of his ability.
Right, because it allows you to change 1 focus. It
right.
was... I couldn't tell if it was range...
is that Predator? Does he?
It has to be
he
range
Predator.
1 or 2, and I don't
Predator,
know if he was
so
in
he
3.
re-rolled for Predator. He chose a different dice. Did you see that? He took the blank dice out and he re-rolled another dice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't catch that at all. And then I think Poe's at range 3.
Oh, this is Gunner.
Yep.
Okay, so hit crit. And 1 evade. So a shield.
And it was range 2. I wasn't sure if it was range 1 or 2 or 3.
Right, since it was range 2, right, he didn't roll a focus, so he wasn't able to change it to a crit. Yeah.
Right.
I wonder why he didn't, I guess it wasn't enough damage output the first time.
Right, so it's better just to not do it and re-roll it.
Right.
I think that was a good choice.
Yeah, because he'd probably evade that anyway, and if he didn't, it'd be only potential of 1, where he had potential of 2 that time.
Yep. And a crit. Well,
shields.
You've got enough shields that I guess it doesn't matter.
Probably not, but, whatever.
But now's when we'll probably see Poe kind of peel off.
Poe peel off, and then the other 2 will come in.
I wonder if the A-Wing might do some blocking now. Because if you did a 5 and a boost.
Yeah, he could block Sherry. But is Jason that? Is he willing to risk that?
Yeah, I know, exactly. And you have to also get Cornhorn somewhere.
He'd probably
to make
do a
it
3
worthwhile.
hard or 3 slide.
Right.
But then there's Soontir,
Right.
who might do it. He's probably going to do a 2 slight followed up by like a boost or maybe even
Yeah.
a 2 hard if
'Cause
that
he's-
could fit in there. If he risks that doing that 2 hard.
No, too hard would be a mistake because he'd hit that rock for sure. But I think the two slight would be great, and a boost. That would definitely give
Sure.
you the angle that you want, and I think
Exactly.
it'll get you around the rock.
Yeah, and then you can evade focus or
Yep.
target lock focus in this case since he's got
No.
targeting computer.
But not if you boost.
Yeah, if
Right?
he boosts, target lock, and then he gets a focus because of the
Because
stress.
he's stressed. Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot. Yeah, Soontir and his shenanigans.
Oh man, the deliberations are killing me.
It's always that, like, I don't know. I guess I was trying to figure out, like, how long does a player usually take in order to plan out their dial phase, right? And I always feel like I take forever. But then someone said, no, some people take literally 5 minutes, and some people take literally 1 or 2.
Well, Jason's a very cautious player.
Mm-hmm.
I played him yesterday, actually, as a matter of fact. This same list. This is the one that I was telling you about with the FOs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's very cautious with this list. He takes his time. He takes a long time in deciding dials. And sometimes that's a blessing, sometimes it's a curse. But, you know, I mean, it's good that he takes his time, though.
Putting up upgrades.
So at least he's considering, you know, all his options and figuring out what he wants to do.
Which is good. I usually try and tell new players to take their time and think it through.
Right.
I know oftentimes when I'm playing these games, I'll just pick a maneuver that I think is great and go, but I won't think it through, and then I'm on a rock and it's
Right,
like, crud.
Yeah, what I've come to run into is sometimes I make a decision too quickly,
Yep.
and then I put the dial down, and then I think about it, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And then I pick it back up, and I'm changing it, second guessing myself. Sometimes the second guess is wrong, and sometimes it's right. You know.
Yep. Sometimes you're kicking yourself, sometimes you're not. Making all that noise.
Good job, Joe.
Joe, our awesome producer there.
At Back to Dials podcast. Thank you, Joe, for letting me talk all day on this podcast. It's awesome.
So yeah, so you were saying that Soontir is really well used. Again, I'm looking at the dial right now and seeing it's worn on its edges.
I'm sure every single one of his interceptor dials is like worn through because he's, as I said, the interceptor master. More of the Soontir master, but he just loves interceptors, and he flies Soontir all the time.
They're
Just-
really fun ship.
Oh, they are, for
All
sure.
right.
I always have a problem with aces, and recently I've been sort of teaching myself to not fly so aggressively with them, because that's always the problem, is you just
Yeah.
want to get in the fight and you want to mix it up. Well, no, you don't with aces.
No, you need
wanna
to
be
think.
You want to be more conservative. You need to be a little, and that's part of the reason why Jason is taking his time
So I
with
think
this.
so he is going to boost.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to try. Okay, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
very daring. It was a 4 straight and then a boost. It was probably good he didn't do the 5, because if he had done the 5, he might have cracked that rock.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that because I was saying he should do a 5
Yeah,
and boost.
yeah.
But no, it looks
Well,
good.
we
Hopefully
don't
he'll
have a
block.
we don't have a good angle. You know, this is angled, and I thought I was agreeing with you. The 5 straight I thought would have made it too, but obviously it didn't, because he just landed just short of that rock and with just enough room to boost past it. So
Need to have a lot of skills to guess that. Oh, so let's see.
Block,
oh yeah,
yeah.
definitely blocks.
the rack got blocked.
Great. Well, that means no actions for that decimator.
Nah,
He'll still get
actions.
shots.
A decimator with actions. What?
You could take a focus. That's handy, right?
Right, but I mean, he still has ability, though. If he rolls a focus, he gets a crit.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So he doesn't really need it.
No, he doesn't really
Okay.
need it. It's not a huge
But
thing.
again, it's
Yeah,
how many times have you wished you'd taken a focus and you roll 3 focuses, right? So
there is that. But at least if he rolls 3 focuses, at least
at
one
least one will be a
turns.
crit.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's got gunner.
I mean,
so.
it's better than a regular decimator, right?
So wait, I think
He won
Soontir
Hardy.
did a 1. Yeah, okay.
You're right. The 2 would have landed
yeah,
right on the rock.
2 would have been on a rock.
Yeah.
So he's lining up for Poe there. Has Cornhorn moved yet?
No, he has not moved yet.
Okay. Oh, he's doing a target lock. Oh, that's right, because he's got
He's a
target
10.
lock, tie interceptors.
Yeah, exactly.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, the AQ and their funny shenanigans, right?
Oh, jeez.
Adventure Quarter, and yeah, it really makes the Interceptor much more potent because now you can re-roll your dice. There's plenty of times where I've flown Soontir with the stealth device, and there's just no offense. There's just no offense at all.
But there's so much defense, which is great, too. I mean.
Right, you get to live, but you don't get to hurt anything.
And I guess at least with the targeting computer, it's something that's constant. But you have to spend an action to get it, which I
You
always
do,
find painful.
but you usually do it when you have the opportunity. Like now is perfect because the only person shooting at him is probably Corn,
Yep.
and that's it.
Definitely only Corn at this point. And I think it's a range 3 shot.
Probably. So he'll get 4 dice. He has an evade and a focus.
Did Corn take an action? I don't
Not yet.
think I-
No. He takes. Oh. No. Yeah. He's
he's
thinking.
deliberating.
He's thinking.
Okay.
He thinks.
It's always good to take your time and think things through.
Yes, sir.
What? That looks like a focus, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
And it doesn't look like. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got
range
VI.
3.
He does not have PTL. Right. No. Yeah. Yeah. Or push the limit. For those of you who do not know.
All right. So I guess
Here comes the
Cornhorn's
dice.
going first with 2 hits. And Soontir with his 4 evades gets 1 evade.
And he's got his evade token and his focus. He
Okay,
spends the
all right,
evade.
spends the evade
Keeps
thing.
the offense.
Yep.
That's a good call, yeah.
Oh, definitely. If you can. Especially since you know you've only got 1 ship shooting at
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
But now he's got the target lock.
And the focus.
I
So
wonder if he'll spend his double tap.
That's a good question.
I don't think I would, because I'd almost want to save it to make another move and take out Shirno,
Yeah.
or save it to maybe
Yeah.
hit Soontir.
No, that is. I'd rather shoot 8 dice at Sherry.
Yeah,
But anyway, we have a hit crit.
I think it's Soontir.
Yeah, on. I don't know.
I don't know if it's Poe or if it's.
Yeah, if it's. Oh, it is Poe because he's got a target lock on Poe.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 evades. And range 3, which I think means.
He
Auto
should be rolling
thrusters.
4 dice.
No. You only get 2 agility, right? On
The
Poe?
E-Wings. Oh, yeah.
He was
we're-
shooting at Poe.
We're talking about the Poe.
Yeah.
God, you got me all screwed up now.
Sorry.
Jerk.
Uh-oh. Okay.
This is in arcs, so there's no auto thrusters here.
Yep. And it's just 3 dice.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ouch.
Take that, Poe.
Uh-oh.
He's got a focus,
Oh.
so that'll change that.
He doesn't
one.
have to spend the focus. He can just flip it.
Yeah. So
So
that'll
he's
evade
going to
one.
take a hit and a crit.
Yeah, 2 shields probably.
No, because remember, didn't he get shot at before and get them stripped?
Yeah, 2 shields. He's shieldless now.
Okay, all right. So he's definitely going to be peeling off
So
at this
he lost
point.
1 shield in the last shot, I think.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they have 3 shields to start with, right?
Yep. Ooh, that's a crit. Which crit?
Oh, he evaded.
Vadered. Okay. Hey, can you show us the crit in that camera above the dice? I can't freaking.
Nope, can't read it.
Can't read it.
Just let us know what
yeah.
it is.
Stun pilot.
Okay, all right. Huh?
It
It was right side.
We just couldn't see it because the cameras aren't good enough.
Yeah.
Here, thank you.
So yeah. So after you execute a maneuver, if you're touching another ship or overlapping an obstacle, you suffer 1 damage.
Augustine.
Thank you, guys. So that really stinks. That means Poe actually needs to avoid that debris there.
Oh, and Corrin.
Yeah, and Corn. But Corn will go
Yeah.
last. Ooh, that
Yeah.
really restricts his movements.
Yes, it does.
Because he wants to do a 1, or he wants to do a green. It doesn't have to be a 1.
Right. It could be a 1 slight, a 2 straight, a 1 straight, or a 3 straight.
Yeah.
So I don't see him doing a 3 straight though,
No.
because he wants his actions anyway.
Right, to get that focus.
Right.
Oh, that's right, because he's got the bot
Right.
that requires a focus to
Right.
gain
right,
a shield.
Right. I see him doing
So actually, he could do like a 2 gentle to try
well,
and get
but
out.
that's not green. Like if he wants a shield back, he's gonna have to do a 1 slight.
I thought he was the droid that gives you it if you have a focus, not if you move a green.
Oh yeah, duh.
Right, yeah.
Duh.
So at that point,
Right.
he
could
could
do a 4 straight. He could do a 3 slight going left or right. Or, well, if he goes right, he might hit that worm. The worm might eat him.
worm.
Hermie the
But
worm.
do you really want to turn in? Because I mean, if you turn in, you're going to get shot really bad, right?
Right. Well, you could do it. Yeah, probably. I'd probably do a 3 slight going left if I were Jason.
That's what I was thinking. But I've done that before, and I've been told, "Oh, you're running away. You're going to die now."
Right.
But I
he's
think
got,
on a shield regen
he's
ship,
got
it's okay.
Corrin and the A-Wing in the mix. So
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
like nobody is there. It's not like he's running away from the fight with all of his ships.
Right.
Because that's sort of how these aces work with the shield regen. You take one in, and then when one gets beat up, you pull him out, and then you put, it's like, Wedge, I gotta pull out.
I'll be back to cover you in a couple rounds.
Yeah,
here.
and then Biggs just dies.
No, Biggs.
Where you got Porkins, pull up. Eject. I can't.
So that decimator. Well, Poe's gonna move first, so he can expect, and so will the A-Wing. So he's kind of clear in the front, right? I guess I turn into the fight. Oh, but you got Corrin right there.
I mean, you have 2 options: turn into the fight or run away.
Yeah. I mean, he's a turreted ship, so he doesn't really care, right?
Yeah.
And Corrin doesn't have auto thrusters, so
Yeah, Corrin will be a little bit of a softer target because they don't have a boost natively.
correct.
So-
But he's got engine upgrade.
Yeah, he's got engine, which takes the place of auto thrusters.
Right.
So we'll see what. I'm really curious to see what happens here. Jason went so slow. Just kidding, Jason. I love you, Jason.
But just so other people who know, because I know I've told a bunch of people I'm doing this today, and they might not know anything about X-Wing. But auto thrusters, if you're out of arc or at range 3, you basically get to change one of your blank evade dice into a evade result.
Yeah.
So Corrin Horn not having that is normal. Actually, I think most people take engine.
Well, because you can't have auto thrusters because they don't have boost natively.
Right.
Right.
And they take engine upgrade because
Right.
it gives them a boost,
Right.
and that just adds so much more maneuverability, and just the ability to get in range 1 if you
If you need
missed
to.
it by
Yeah.
just a little bit.
For sure. No auto thrusters on Poe because he's already got
He
a
already
boost.
has his boost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So A-Wings, T-70s, interceptors, anything with a boost. You can even take one on a Punisher. Punishers have boosts.
Yep, they do.
Here, take your one evade
They're in
dice.
their one little dice.
Yeah. It's the biggest ship
That's
with a
so
boost.
helpful. Such a useful expenditure of 2 points there.
I'd rather have extra munitions.
Well, that's not a modification, though.
No, this is true,
But it is 2 points.
exactly. And plus, you're probably running. I mean, if you run a Punisher, let's be real here. You're
Yeah.
running munitions. I don't care who you are.
For sure.
If you don't run munitions on a Punisher, something is weird. Like really, I mean, unless like the only like the bombers. There's a couple like Captain Jonas in the Jonas Brothers list is really the only time you ever don't really run a bomber with munitions because he's more of the Howl Runner of secondary weapons.
Yeah. He's just an upgrade card. One that you can blow up,
Right,
but
right,
he's
right.
just so we've been playing Epic a lot. We've been putting 2 Raiders together with Jonas in the middle.
Yeah.
It is not fun for the other player, I should say. It's total fun for me.
Yeah, sure. I'm actually, that's one of the premier lists that I run is referred to as the Jonas Brothers. I like to run 2 defenders with heavy laser cannons and Jonas Brothers, and that's sort of what I'm known for.
Is that all it is?
Pretty much.
Okay,
I
because
mean,
that's all it can fit,
that's
right?
the base. Well, you can fit either some stuff on Jonas, or you can fit like a couple of twin ion engines on the defenders,
Okay.
and maybe upgrade one of the defenders. There's lots of little variations you can do, but the base of the list is Jonas, 2 defenders, and 2 HLCs on the defender.
And the defender dial is pretty awesome, right? Like, you don't really need that engine upgrade. Not an engine upgrade, but
The
you're
twin.
talking about the twin ion.
You don't need it, but it's really nice when Jonas is gone because now on a defender, all its straight maneuvers are green. That's the only green maneuvers on a defender.
Right.
Now you can do slight maneuvers, which are all green now.
But I guess that's what I'm wondering is you don't really get stressed out in a defender, do you? Does it have stress on its dial?
Yes. On most of the hard turns, the hard 2
Oh,
and the
okay.
hard 1 are stress moves. The
Okay.
hard 3 is white.
Okay.
And obviously, it has the white K turn, for those of you who don't know. And it's the only ship that has a white K turn.
It's so much fun. I've had two defenders just ping pong back and forth with K turns. I don't know why. I just thought it was cool.
Oh, it's hilarious.
All right, so the A-Wing just did a hard 2, I think.
Yes.
That's interesting. I have a feeling that if it were me, I would have turned it more into the rocks so that I could at least get some guns on Soontir or possibly block Soon. I don't know why Soontir would want to turn left, though.
Yeah, I'd probably, if I were Jason, I'd be thinking that Soontir would probably be going straight. So he's just trying to reposition maybe for another decimator block, maybe?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can really think of.
Ooh.
Here comes Poe. He's probably going to go for a block.
I think so. Because Soontir at this point probably wants to do a 2 straight or a 2 slight, right?
Which he's in perfect position. I think from this angle, it might be off a little bit, but it looks like from this angle that he's in perfect position to block either the 2 slight or the 2 straight from Soontir.
Yeah, I think so. It'll be interesting to see what Corrin does. A-Wing's right alongside that decimator.
I actually think the A-Wing's not going to be shot at. A-Wings are generally ignored.
There we go. So it was a block.
That's a block. Very nice.
Which is
nice
really
by
good
Poe.
because that means...
Hey, Poe's a blocker.
I know. That's weird.
I was blocking somebody with Darth Vader a couple nights ago. It was weird because I was using him as a blocker, and I'm like, yeah, Darth Vader's a blocker, yeah.
Man, you must have been playing some really high-end aces there.
You know about the house rule on this, right?
What's the house rule?
If Jason can actually kill Soontir in competition against Augustine, then he gets to paint blood stripes on his ship.
Oh, yes. There's a tradition here, sort of with the AQ gang. There's every time Augustine's Soontir dies, we like to paint blood stripes on the ship that killed Augustine Soontir because it is well deserved. And in fact, Jonathan Conley here killed Soontir with a rack, Rear Admiral Chernow.
Oh,
so
nice.
he painted blood stripes on his decimator, and it looks freaking cool. It's cool. It's cool to look at.
So you're a big target at your shop then?
Yeah, he's huge. Every time he flies Soontir, everybody's like, okay, where are the blood stripes coming on? Which ship's going to do it?
In fact, at last year's Star Wars, he didn't give up any stripes. He flew Soontir off the board.
Yeah, he flew him off the board to keep anybody from painting any stripes on their ships. He was, as he said, quote, "I won't give you the pleasure."
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's a fun little backstory. And actually, the first time me and Augustine played was when Wave 4 got released. And I actually ended up winning, although I didn't know him at the time. So I beat him. I think I killed him with, what was it? I think it was either a TIE Advanced or a Fire Spray. So I should really go back and paint blood stripes on there.
You should. Well, was it a tournament? It has to be a tournament.
Yeah, it was a tournament.
Oh, it was? Okay,
yeah,
all
it
right.
was the release date for Imdar Alpha.
Yeah,
it was the release of Wave 4.
Well, it looks like we're going to get some really bad hits on Shirnu here.
Yeah, and Corrin might... I don't know who you shoot. I mean, Poe is the one who's hurt.
Yeah, but Poe can't get shot by Soontir, right?
Right, he can get shot by Rack, though.
Sure, yes, but that's just one.
It is only one.
Okay, so here, this is Corrin against Shirnu. Looks like a hit and a crit.
Which is really, I mean, that's an average roll, so...
Yep. And
it's a little bit less average with the crit, but...
He's going to get his target lock.
Yeah, from FCS, or Fire Control Systems.
Yep. And Shirnu doesn't have any evade dice.
Nope, so he just takes it.
Takes that
Yeah.
damage right there.
Yeah.
And it looks like Corrin Horn's in range 2 of Soontir, so that shot's going to happen. I think Poe's going to be okay. One hit, 2 blanks.
Yeah.
And, ooh, a whole bunch of eyeballs. That
Nothing.
doesn't help.
Take a shield, Corrin.
I bet that A-Wing doesn't have him in Arc either, actually. So this looks like, oh, he's not shooting Poe. He's shooting Corrin Horn.
Interesting.
So a hit and a crit on Corrin Horn. Now this is amusing. I've always been taught to focus fire, right? So,
Right.
yeah, and it looks like Corrin dodges 1, so he takes a hit.
Now they're both down to 1 shield.
So yeah, I've always been taught to focus fire. So Poe doesn't have any shields right now, right?
Poe has
Oh,
one.
he has one.
He's got
He has
one.
So I would have. I don't know, man.
Right. Here's the question though. Where's Poe headed?
Off out into nowhere land,
Where's
right?
Corrin headed?
Right at the decimator.
Right. And where's Suntir? Right up Corrin's tailpipe.
Okay. All right. So you change your focus because
Because situational.
that's who you're going to be
Right.
shooting at for the next couple of turns.
So, yeah, I mean, Poe could get back into the fight. I mean, if he Talon rolls, that's going to be.
I don't think he will because he wants to keep. Oh no, he can. He can get one more shield. So Talon rolling now would be probably an okay thing, right?
It would be, yeah, it would be okay because he'd probably, if he was getting shot at, it would maybe be the Decimator.
And here goes Corrin Horn again on the decimator.
Yeah, double tap.
Oh,
Two
man,
hits.
those dice. He's only getting half of them.
Well, that's.
Hull breach.
Hull, was that major hull breach?
No, not major.
Put it down a little bit.
There we go.
Yeah, major hull breach.
Major hull breach.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's when you basically, every damage card you take now is going to be face out.
Okay. Oh, ow. And that's on Shirnu, right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Merry Christmas, sure
I
now.
know. Oh, that's not nice. Not nice at all.
It'll send you to the afterlife real quick.
You know, it's funny. Every time I've gone up against a Decimator, that seems to be the card that always pops up
Well,
for me, at least.
You know how many hull that Decimator has?
I know a lot.
How many crits do you think it takes?
And it's funny because it's always like the first crit I take on my Decimator.
Really?
It's like, oh, great. So the
well,
next couple of turns are going
I
to
don't
really
think
stink.
I've flown a Decimator in forever.
Really?
Well, I rarely fly turreted ships. Like the only turreted ships I'll fly are maybe TLT Y-Wings, and that'll be it.
Okay, all right.
I don't really fly big turreted ships.
I think I played them for fun. I don't play them a lot because I don't like the no evade dice thing, to be honest. But, man, I just don't know how to fit them either. But,
I mean, Decimators are okay.
ooh, you know what else really stinks about that crit? Darth Vader is really painful for him now.
Oh, yeah.
Because that popped
we
up
saw
in
that
Worlds.
in Worlds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and how many damage does Rack have?
Looks like 2.
Ooh, so he's got 10 more. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Every Vader
comes
is going to
crits.
be, yep.
10 crit here, crit here, crit here,
Oh.
crit here.
That is the worst.
How
That
do you-
turns off Vader.
I wonder how you get rid of Major Hull Breach.
It's just spend one action and you flip it
Is
over.
it just an
Yeah.
action? Okay, well
But
then
he can put that A-wing in front of him.
Exactly.
And no action, right? So
it's just how fast is the Decimator going though?
right, exactly.
I mean, but it's a big base ship, so it should be somewhat easy to block. All you have to do is just do like a 3 slight and boost or something, and it should be fairly easy
Yeah, I think so. I think I would agree. 3 slight,
with or without
maybe
a
a
boost.
3 hard. No, I would go 3 slight. I think 3
If he
slight
does
is your bet.
If he does a 3 hard, then all you have to do is do like a 4 straight and he's
Yeah,
passed.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If you do a 3 slight and then maybe boost to the left, maybe that'll block the 4 straight. But then what if he does a 3 slight or a 3 hard from rack, or a 2 hard?
All these what ifs.
Yeah, there's too many what ifs.
What if?
And even though I'm talking, and they're right over there, they don't. I'm sure the same thing is going through their heads.
Yes.
So
Oh, absolutely.
you
Which, by the way, if people are wondering why we whisper sometimes, it's because, we are like right next to the table here.
seriously, right next to them. I don't want to tell them anything. Oh my God.
Well, okay.
What do you say?
Joe is just saying that maybe we can scoot our table back just a little bit.
A little bit. Are you sure, Joe? I want to scoot back. We were right here next to the Christmas tree. We'll just crash the Christmas tree.
We just don't want to give them all tips,
That is very true.
Like we're backseat drivers.
Maybe, yeah, pretty much. But maybe next Star Wars, maybe we'll have like our own booth. Oh my God.
Man, that would be really cool. Actually, talk to me because I can probably build some really cool stuff
Oh yeah.
for us to have a booth. Oh
Ooh,
yeah, some walls.
That'd be cool.
I can make us some walls really easily, and they'd be pretty. I work for a print place, so I can print up some really nice walls. We can set them up, and we can have like our own little section. It'd be
Sure.
It could be wicked.
Yeah, that'd be
It
awesome.
could be wicked.
Just come in, set it up, call it a day.
Exactly.
Just sit here and talk our brains out.
Granted, I need a car to carry some of it. I don't really have the car for that, but
Yeah, well, I'm sure you can find
I'll figure it
someone.
out, yeah.
Someone would be from the X-Wing community, because this community is freaking awesome. No matter where you go in the United States, at least. I don't know about any other countries, but I know that it's awesome. The X-Wing community here. Every time I need a question or I need someone to help me out, and it doesn't even have to relate to X-Wing sometimes. I had a couple friends that are just like, oh, you need a job? Here, I'll just recommend you to my place that I work at. I was like, oh, okay, sure, why not?
And that's just like any community, really. It's amazing, and I have to agree. I love how people are really well connected
Right.
and really awesome
I mean,
around here.
I honestly don't know if this is true or not, but what I've heard is that the Warhammer community is not as open and nice as some of the other communities, is that they're a lot more snobbish. And I don't know if this is true. This is just what I've heard. So, I mean, if I'm totally wrong, then God strike me down. So,
Well, that's because it's a war-torn universe. They're all at each other's throats. I mean, come on. Space Marines are always
Space
angry.
Marine. Space Marine.
Not that Imperials aren't. Imperials are pretty cruel too. Now that I think about
This
it.
is true. This is true. But you don't have any rebels in the Warhammer universe that are like, oh, we need everyone to live and we want
Well,
freedom.
You kind of got those Tau guys. They're a little.
Well, I know only a little bit about that universe. I'm not fully immersed as I am in Star
okay,
Wars.
right.
So Star Wars is like my drug, you know.
It's what I was doing before I discovered Star Wars.
It
So
was-
I'm a convert.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
So it looks like your A-wing. I think it did a 2.
Yeah, it
It
looks
looks
like
like it was a 2.
two bank. Yeah.
Might have been a 3, but I'm pretty sure it was a 2.
I'm pretty sure you're right. And it evades. Interesting. So it's
interesting.
looking for Rack to just maybe bump or right past it.
But I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, okay. Because if Rack does like some kind of gentle maneuver,
Right. So instead of just going way the heck out there, he's willing to maybe sacrifice the fact that he'll get past the A-wing, but he'll get a shot,
Yeah.
at least, with the A-wing, even if he doesn't block it. So that's okay.
And you know, A-wings on Shiranu is pretty okay too because I mean,
two dice, they're getting through.
But he should have an evade now because he's been taking hull damage, right? Yasani.
Yes, Yasani will come into play.
I'll try to be out of your way in a minute here. I'm trying to see if the stream.
No worries, Joe. You're just a miracle worker. That's all.
You
You're just
are.
a miracle worker. We love you, Joe. You're awesome. That guy is awesome, as he says in the podcast every single time.
I wonder if Joe likes that though.
Well, I'm pretty sure he does. He likes his ego to be stroked. I mean, don't we all?
Us always calling you awesome. It's become your thing now. So the Decimator definitely moved forward.
Yeah,
and
and
it didn't
bumped.
bank, so it bumped.
And
So
then
it's-
we had Poe turned, but he didn't boost, so he's not going to have anything in arc. And then Soontir just went straight into Corrin's tailpipe.
Oh man, that's gonna be wicked.
So now, where did Corrin go? Did Corrin bump the Decimator? That's the
Well, if he
real
did-
question.
Oh, and if he
Yeah,
does,
Slight
oh,
2.
not
Yeah,
awesome.
that's not good. So here comes Soontir.
But that's honestly okay because Corrin Horn doesn't get any shots this turn anyway, right? Because he double tapped.
That is true.
So-
But Corrin is now range 1 of Soontir.
I know, which
who
is
has
not good.
He's got a focus. Does he have a target lock? It looks like he's got a target lock. There is a blue
Yeah.
target lock token next to
I don't know who it belongs
Soontir.
to.
I think it's next to. Oh, it might be.
Well, we definitely got a
It
target
belongs.
lock.
I think
from,
it belongs. Yeah. It belongs to Corrin, I think, because Corrin moved forward and they just probably forgot to
Right.
move it up.
Yeah, because Corrin had the FSC systems
Yeah.
doing their thing.
Right.
But it also looks like Poe got a target lock on somebody.
Soontir.
Oh, on Soontir, yeah. All right. Setting up that. Actually, I think he took that about a round or two back.
Yeah, I think he's setting up for whenever he gets to Soontir and Arc, whenever that is.
So I think we got the Decimator. No,
That might have been Soontir.
which didn't look very good.
No, it didn't. But he had focus. Why didn't he spend?
why
Oh,
was
maybe
he-
maybe I don't know.
He
What
was
that-
only
I don't know
rolling
what
3
that was.
dice too.
Oh, now
okay.
it's Soontir.
Now it's Soontir.
Maybe that was. I don't know why it would be sure now. Okay, here comes Fordyce. That was, yeah, whoa.
Ooh.
Ouch. He
Hit
had to have
crit.
had targeting computer in that case.
Oh, and
bunch
without
of-
a focus, that's really going to
that's
not
three
do
hits
good.
and a crit, because that last dice
Yep.
got hit to a focus.
Yep.
So, what has he got? What's the crit? Weapons failure. Yeah,
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
so he's running on one less attack dice now.
That's Cornhorn, right?
Yeah. So he's rolling 2 attack dice now instead of 3.
Oh, nope. Nope,
Oh,
he's
wait,
gone.
he's gone. I forgot they only had 2 hull.
Yep.
That's so weird how the E-Wings only have 2 hull. And the X-Wings have 3.
But the E-Wings are supposed to be like enhanced A-Wings for the most part. That's how I understand
Well, they're supposed to
them.
be a mix between A-Wings and X-Wings.
Oh, okay.
Because they've got the firepower of an X, but they've got somewhat the speed of an A.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 hull makes sense in that case.
The only thing that really baffles me is why don't they have a boost if they're supposed to be like an A? Instead, they have a barrel roll. So I guess that's FFG's medium between the two, I guess. I don't know. It's just interesting how they come up with this stuff. And I really enjoy how the E-Wing has a barrel roll, but at the same token, sometimes I wish it had a boost. But then it would have auto thrusters. But then wouldn't you see so many more E-Wings on the board?
Yes, you
If
would.
it had a boost?
Yes.
Yeah.
And, it's actually the thing I hate about the A-Wing, though, is because it's like, I have boost, but man,
No
I really wish
barrel
I had my
roll.
barrel roll.
For sure.
I guess I actually prefer barrel roll over boost. I mean, boost is great, but I like barrel roll because it's a little different kind of reposition.
You can dodge a lot of arcs with that,
Yeah,
but you can
exactly.
with boost too. It's very situational
Right,
because if you're in a certain situation, boost can save you or barrel roll can save you or both, but you don't always have both or one or the other. You
Yeah.
always get screwed over, I'm
Yep.
sure. Just like all the other X-Wing players, we always get screwed over, right? I mean, except Paul Heaver, the robot, right? We all know about him.
Constantly calculating all positions and maneuvers and dice probabilities at the same time. What kind of hard drive and processor do you have, Paul Heaver? So that A-Wing, man, see, this is tough. So I already know what I think
Yeah, he's
Poe's
down.
going to do.
He's down Corn Horn, so that's half of his firepower because the A-Wing is really just there to block. So there goes half of his firepower. So now what? Now what does he do?
Well, A-Wing still wants to block because that's just good.
Right,
But now the question is, does the Decimator go straight or does it actually try and turn, right?
right, because he needs to get out of Soontir's way too,
That's true.
unless Soontir turns the other way.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, Soontir, I don't know. I don't care about stress, so I might just do a 1.
Well, we just had a proclamation here that dual Decis can beat dual robots.
I don't think it's a can. I'm pretty sure it's a did.
Well, it's proven now anyway. That's crazy. I wouldn't have guessed that in a million years.
No, Matt's a pretty good player, man. He plays at my store. He's, we call him, I don't know what we call him. I call him the shenanigans guy because he comes up with lists that are just like, what? How is that supposed to do anything? And then you play it and you're like, oh my gosh, that combination just, ow, pain. What's going on?
Sort of like Aaron Bonner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who's-
3K wings.
yeah, him.
the stress.
Oh, man. I was kind of hoping he would get a little further than he did.
Well, he got very far
He did.
regardless.
He did. I think
Then
4th or something.
Nathan Eady just came and said, nope, bye.
Well, and even that, it wasn't a very easy fight for both of them. So.
No, it wasn't. And I actually just watched that yesterday. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been late on catching up because I've been working on my master's program. So yeah, but no, I just finally caught up to my X-Wing a little bit, and I watched that game yesterday, and I was amazed about how well 3K wings could do with.
Yeah, I was too. I was shocked. It was
But
a good build,
Nathan
though.
played that perfectly because he could gauge the ranges, and then he struck when he could get inside those ranges. And the only stress that ever happened was at the beginning of that game.
Right.
That was it.
Which
No
was
more.
devastating.
It
'cause I
was.
think I was on Poe.
Yeah, and it was Poe and Corrin. They
Yep.
each got 2 stress, and Corrin used PTL that turn, so he got 3.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
See,
Here
so I
comes
knew
Poe.
the T70 was going to do that.
Right.
I
So
was
now what
pretty
does
sure the A-Wing
Soontir
was going to
do?
do what it did too, but I would have. I don't know. I would have gone straight because I expect the Decimator to turn here eventually.
Yeah, I kind of do too. How many minutes?
No, the Decimator's moving forward. 35?
35 minutes. Okay, we have 35 minutes left in this round. I think, well, depending on how the dice roll, this game might end or it might not.
Oh, does he bump?
That's close. Oh, he doesn't bump. He clears.
Horn.
He clears. Oh, yeah, Corn's
46
dead.
points.
Yeah, 46 points. My bad. We need Joe to change the squad points so we can keep track of who's winning.
So, the Decimator.
And Suntir just boosted around Corn. He cleared not Corn, Poe. He cleared Poe, and then he boosted around Poe.
And the Decimator should have taken a damage, right? Or did he flip that card over? 46.
$54.
Math skills.
We're doing math, in case you wanted to know. 46.
Oh, wow. Suntir just kind of slipped on by.
Yeah, he just said bye to Poe.
No shots, period.
Nope, just on the Deci and Poe.
So I thought the Decimator had a crit on it. That means it takes a crit every. Oh no, it flips all damage up now.
Yeah. All damage it takes is a crit.
Okay.
It's not bumping. It's just he takes crits like none other.
There we go. So
Loose stabilizer.
All right. So he can't move straight, right? He has to. Or is that the agility one?
No, loose stabilizer is either. Here, can we see the loose stabilizer card for a second? Right. Okay.
So
Yeah, I
you
couldn't-
receive a stress token
Right.
on a white
I was
maneuver
thinking
now.
it might have been you can't do a straight maneuver, which I think is stun.
Oh,
Is
and there's another one.
Weapons
Weapons
failure.
failure,
Okay, so he's
so-
rolling 2 dice now.
-1 dice. Man, like I said, it sucks to have that card that flips every damage.
Yeah, because
up.
now-
That's just,
Now the Decimator is just at the mercy of Poe. Right now. So Poe is just gonna just rip into that Decimator like none other.
I guess at this point, if I were Poe, I would totally be trying to just wreck that Decimator.
Yeah. I mean, at least get some points out of this, because you've lost, Corrin.
46 points with Corn, man. That's pretty rough.
It is rough. So if you take Shurnow,
Oh,
and
wait.
Shurnow is 65 points. So if you're able to take out 65 points, you actually pull in the lead. Hit,
And-
crit, and an evade.
Poe got shot back, so that's a hit and a crit.
Okay,
and
so-
he dodged one, so he takes a crit, but I think he's got a shield.
Yeah, he lost a shield.
But man, he rolled 3 blank greens. So if he didn't have auto thrusters, he would have been taking 2 hits there. Not nice.
Yeah, and then he would have lost his other shield that he's still got, and then he'd be down to 2 hull.
Oh, that's right. He's got a.
He's got a crit
if
on
he
there.
bumps or runs over terrain.
Yeah, then he died.
Right.
Well, he
he's the
doesn't
one
die.
who has that. I knew
Yeah,
that
yeah.
card came up,
No, you were right.
but I
Just
thought it was
wrong
on
ship.
the Decimator.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, you're good. You've got a good memory.
I love how he's got those engines painted on the back of the Decimator.
Well, I think actually, I don't. Here's a fun thing that all you listeners might want to know is there's actually, I don't know if those are painted or not. I'd have to go up to the ship and look, which obviously would stop the game. But there's a place, and I don't remember where. I think you might be able to find this in the forums, or even if you Google this, maybe you can find this. But there's like a file you can download where it's got all these engines that you can print out on a sheet of paper, and then you can just stick it to the back of your ship.
Oh.
So you can cut them out and just stick it to, and there's Decimator engines, and actually those are painted engines because the Decimator engines I think are red on that sheet of paper.
Oh,
So there's
okay.
Falcon engines, there's Decimator engines, I think there's YT2400 engines, I'm not sure. It's been a while since I printed that out. I can't remember.
That's interesting. I didn't know that's a thing, but that's because I'm a painter, and I think painting engines is pretty
No.
easy, so it's nothing that I
Well,
stress over.
I've actually only recently gotten into painting, and actually I've been painting Imperial Assault figures, which has been my thing. I haven't painted any of my X-Wing figure or ships just because I'm scared to touch them.
They look so good already coming out of the box. You don't really need to touch them.
No, you don't. You really don't. But I've seen so many awesome ships.
know,
and
it
I
looks so
actually,
good.
I did get one of Braden Jeff's ships. I
Oh.
just traded in a fire spray to him, and he just. I mean, I had to pay like another $20, but I got a fire spray, and he's supposed to be custom painting another one for me. And
So-
he's not paying me anything, but he's awesome, and he'll do, repaints if you ask him, specifically fire spray repaints, because he just loves that shit.
And he's a local around here, right?
Yes, he is a local.
I think, is he up at TEG?
I'm pretty sure he's TEG. Yeah,
Okay, all
Total
right.
Escape Games. Yes, pretty sure he is. Braden Jeffs.
Oh, he's all over the place.
Yeah,
but
yeah. He plays all over the place, but I think his home store that he usually plays at is TEG.
So now we're going to see what the A-Wing does.
One
One.
hard.
That's kind of I guess it's a dub maneuver, right? Whoops.
Well, he's trying to block Sherry's turn.
Right, exactly.
Which, I mean, you're running out of board. You're running out of room to turn.
You know, it would be really funny if he just blocks him until he runs off the board. That would be hilarious.
You know what's really funny is these ships, there's clearly space beyond the edge, but, you know, if you go past it, you die, so.
Yeah. Well, you don't die. You're a chicken.
That's right.
And you run away from the fight. I'm not sure which one's more humiliating.
Both.
Both. Well, at least one, you're not alive to really care if you're humiliated. So, yeah, okay. So, Decimator moves and
Yeah,
definitely
that
bumps.
was pretty standard.
This is
Oh.
tough. So, they have to place down a second movement template just to make sure that the big ship actually makes a turn.
Right. And that's actually a more recent rule,
Yeah.
at least within the year, I think. But it definitely makes it a lot easier to place that. I remember I was doing it even before the rule came out. People were doing it, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and here we go. It's going to take a little time for that Soontir to pull around, isn't it?
Well, I mean, he was stressed there, so he had to do his sharpest turn that he could do that was green. Well, his only green turn was a 2-hard, so.
Right.
But he's got the boost, so.
Well, but I don't think I'd take it. Yeah, okay, he's not going to take it. Because he took the boost, sorry. It's the barrel roll I would take, which obviously he can't
Well,
now.
yeah, there's no way. I mean, he could barrel roll to the left, I think, and backwards.
Well, I was thinking he was going to barrel roll and then boost.
Right.
But he didn't, which I think is smart because
That's
I don't think he
probably
wants
a
to be
better idea.
stressed.
Right, and
that
if
way.
he barrel rolls now, he's going to hit the rock.
Well, right now, but by not doing any of that and just boosting, now he's free to just
He could do
race
a
off.
slight 3,
Yeah,
he could do a
anything.
hard 3,
Exactly.
straight
And
5.
get himself in good position to take out Poe.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's next round.
Yeah. All right, so it looks like Poe's firing. Or no, or is this a decimator?
This
This is Poe.
should be Poe
This is
because
Poe.
he has initiative, so he'll be shooting first.
All right, so it looks like a hit. So
Predator,
2 eyeballs and a hit.
and he changes one with the focus that he has for his ability.
Yep. That's 2 hits. I think he gets 1 evade.
Direct hit.
Direct hit. Oh, no.
Ouch. And another
Oh,
one.
no.
How many hull is it down to? He's counting.
How much was it? 8 damage? Okay.
Oh, so he's down to 4.
Is that what it is? Decimator
12
has 12 hull?
Yeah,
Okay.
12 hull on a decimator. Yeah, we got 10 on a Falcon and 12 on a Deci.
You know, I'm wondering, maybe I'm horrible, but what happened to Asani? Oh, he's stressed.
Yes, so he can't
take a free
'cause it's
action.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, so Decimator shot or is shooting right with -1 because of his crit.
Right, which he can't take because that freaking A-wing is
Oh, but that's 2 crits right there and a blank.
auto thrusters.
Okay, yep. Oh, but Poe's got all his shields almost. Yeah, Poe's a really tough one.
Yeah, Soontir needs to get in there.
He does. Well, he
Wait.
will soon.
Yeah, soon.
But as you said, like that, Augustine's really good at just wrecking people with Soontir.
Yeah.
Soontir's a very powerful ship for
His-
35 points too.
in the right hands,
Yeah.
you have to fly him in the right hands. No,
Oh, I'm
it's-
sorry. His specific Soontir is 34. The netless normal Soontir
35.
is 35.
Yeah, because stealth device,
It's
3
3
points.
points,
Yeah.
right.
And so he's got 99 points. So he's got a little bit of initiative bid with this list
Right.
too. And he flies very conservatively with Fel. And if you make sure you're out of arcs and not getting shot, that's,
Yeah.
if you can pull that off, then you're going to be in a lot better position. because you're not getting shot at. And then you have the targeting computer, so you're getting, the extra offense from that. But again, you have to be a very competent flyer to pull this build
Yes.
off. If you don't trust yourself with Soontir Fel, run a stealth device. But
it's such a difference. Like, targeting computer is great because you can use it all the time, right?
Right.
Whereas stealth device, it's really awesome, but that one ding.
yeah, and then it goes away.
It goes
Whereas
away.
targeting computer stays there forever.
Right, exactly. And I always use stealth device because I thought the agility was great, but usually it's always that first roll.
Yeah.
I roll blanks, I
Yeah.
lose my stealth device,
Right,
and it's
right.
like,
3 points
yay.
wasted. Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of on the fence about stealth device because part of me likes it and part of me doesn't. Just because when you get that hit, it goes away.
Yeah.
It could be a total waste of 3 points.
But I'm not shy of cards that you use that go away. Like Glitter Stim and
Crack
Crack Shot
Shot.
are amazing. I know other
Right.
people are like, I won't touch them because
No,
it's something that I
I
discard.
love those, but see, those are sure bets.
I know, right? You get them.
Yeah, whereas stealth device isn't because
No.
stealth device relies on green dice,
Right.
and we've already mentioned how crappy
The
those
green
are.
dice gods
Yes.
sometimes hate you.
Yes, and honestly, using stealth device, if you fly Soontir, if you like to fly Soontir into the middle of things, then yeah, you need stealth device for sure. It's not just for people who.
Although I think if you're flying Soontir into the middle of things, you're doing it wrong.
Well, yeah. I mean. But if you want to, do the right thing. Take stealth device. Don't take targeting computer.
Oh man, so I'm pretty sure the A-Wing's going to go for it. Can A-Wings go one straight?
No.
No.
Their slowest is 2.
Right, okay. That's always been the problem with those ships. But they can do a one slight. And they can do a one hard as well, right?
It. Okay, I got it.
Oh. A-Wings can only do one hard.
Yes, that is their.
They don't have
that's
one
their
slights at
only
all
one
either.
maneuver that they
Okay.
have. Yeah, they're like TIE fighters, except no barrel roll,
Yes. Okay.
and they're 5 points more.
But they're so much better.
Sometimes. I mean, sometimes those A-wings can.
Well, it's all the Rebels have, right? I mean, they don't have TIE
easy
fighters.
95s.
Right? Yeah, but those aren't as maneuverable as a.
No, but they
A.
got another shield.
That's true. What?
Well, more than the TIE fighters is what.
Oh,
I'm,
yes.
I'm comparing them to the TIE fighters.
Correct.
Because they don't have the barrel roll, but they are more. Just that one shield, or the 2 shields that they have, make them just a little more durable. Because if they take a crit on the first shot, it's just hitting the shield. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, it looks like we're moving the A, and it's going to be a short maneuver. Yeah, hard
Ugh.
one. Look at that. He's going to try and go for the block again.
It's so funny. The A-Wing's just like wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Well, he's he's taking my advice to heart because a couple days ago I was playing him and I was like, you know what, block whenever you can. And I'm a blocking fiend. John Conley beat that into me when I'd play him. He would block me all the time. I get so pissed and frustrated because I'd just be like, you're blocking me. And so I took a page from his book and I started flying like that. It's just habit now. It's just a serious habit. And yeah, it was a block.
See, Decimator can do a hard 2, though, correct?
Yes, decimated, but that would still block because of how large that base is. That base is.
No, I have a feeling that it might have, but we'll never know.
Well, if you think one thing that I've noticed is it'd be a lot easier if we had a hard 3 template here, hard 3 and a slight 2. And if you look at where the distances are,
Yeah.
they're about the same. They overlap a little bit. They're just facing the ship in different directions.
Oh, yeah. Usually whenever I do hard maneuvers, I always imagine my ship template flipped and then
Right.
laterally,
Right.
and then moved however far.
Their Academy, I think, a series that they have.
Yes. I've watched that.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It
It
really
is.
helps you visualize
Yes,
your
for
your
all you
shots.
beginners out there, that's something that you might want to look up as Outer Rim Smugglers. And that looks like 4 hits, and
Ooh,
3 hits and
Poe.
a crit. And an evade.
So Poe just took 3.
Yeah, this is Soontir, just right up his tailpipe.
Yep.
Tailpipe Central, baby.
So that's definitely. Oh, and he got a direct hit. Ow, not good.
Ouch. I think that's a dead Poe.
Oh, it is. You're right. Bye, Poe.
Yeah, now we all have just the lowly A-Wing versus the Rack
You know what?
and the Soontir.
Even though I probably know who has won at this point, I really want that A-Wing to shoot and destroy the Decimator.
Yeah,
and
you
I
and me
hope they
both.
keep playing.
You and me both.
Come on, A-Wing. You can do it. You're a hero. Oh,
You're
they
my
just
only
called 10
hope.
minutes. Yeah, you're my only hope.
Come on, you stupid A-Wing, you can do it.
He's getting that
It's
comm transmission
Leia's-
right now with
Leia's
Leia
in
on the
that.
horn.
Leia's in that A-Wing. She's gonna totally wreck the day, man. That A-Wing's not worth 15 points. It's actually worth 17.
Yeah.
Actually, there is a Leia crew card. I think it's for large ships only.
I don't think so. No, wait. Yes, you're right.
Is it
He lost Poe, which is
37?
Poe is 39.
39.
Huh?
Yeah, 15.
Yeah.
15's all he's
Well, yeah,
got left.
Yeah,
yeah,
because the prototype is only 15.
yeah, because there's no refit on there, or not refit. There's no auto thrusters on there, because that's really the only upgrade
So
you could take.
that A-Wing, like right now, you have to do a hard one, right? And then you have to do a U-turn of some sort.
Yeah,
Can
well,
he last long enough to do that? He's only got to put, what, like 2-3 more shots into the Decimator? And then
Yeah.
the Decimator's gone?
yeah. I mean, come on.
You can do it, A-Wing. You can do it.
I remember there was a game I played at what was it? It was the Air and Space Museum here in not Arvada, the other side of town, Aurora.
You guys played X-Wing at a museum?
Yeah,
That's pretty awesome.
yeah. Well, they had a Star Wars day there, and they had
I didn't know, but I didn't know that they would play the game there. I thought they'd just have tons of costumes
yeah.
and
Well,
stuff.
they did both.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
it's a closed store. The store is closed now that sponsored that event. That was their last event that they ever had.
Okay.
So I think it was like Bonnie and something games. I'm sorry, I can't remember. I mean,
Oh.
it's closed now, so it's not like anybody's going to go find it.
Right.
Oh, and Rack got around the A-Wing.
So this actually looks good for the A-Wing.
As long as it has an arc, which we obviously
I
can't
don't,
tell because
I don't think it does.
the Decimator is too massive.
Maybe it does, but I don't think it does. But this means the A-Wing doesn't have to do a, what is it?
K-turn?
Yeah, it doesn't have to do a K-turn anymore. What happened? What are those tokens?
Crit tokens. Those are crit tokens.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, they're acrylic crit tokens. You see his little box over there with full
Yep.
of acrylics. Yeah,
Yep.
I don't know where he got those, but I mean,
I guess he
obvious-
just decided to pull them out to remind himself he's got all these horrible, nasty crits on him. Wow, look at Soontir just like,
zeroing in on
Zoom
that
in,
that
yeah.
academy or not academy, that prototype.
who knows, it could be an academy in there flying the A-Wing.
Might as well be.
I know. It's perfect, actually.
Oh.
Oh, man. Okay, so
Yeah.
Soontir's going to take his
Yep,
shots,
and then
which I think was range 2.
the rear admiral, the admiral of the rear.
Hit,
Soontir.
crit. Oh, actually 2 hits and 1 crit.
And 3 evades.
Oh, okay. Well,
That A-Wing
go
is
A-Wing. A-Wing
awesome.
is awesome. MVP at Worlds.
That prototype is epic.
And he's been doing great here, actually.
Yeah, the A-Wing is.
The A-Wing's been doing great.
Yeah.
The other guys, unfortunately.
Yeah, they got their butts kicked.
That, I assume, is the Decimator,
Yeah, that is the
with its
Decimator.
-1 dice, but +1 for range 1.
Right, so it's got nothing going except
A bunch of eyeballs.
except the rear admiral's ability. So
So 1 crit.
he's
Oh, wait.
Predator.
1
To a
hit.
hit, and then changing that to a crit, and he's still got Gunner too. So if he evades this, which he doesn't, so he takes
Wait.
the crit.
I think he said he spent his token, so he didn't take any hits, so they're
Oh.
gunnering it again.
Oh my! Oh well, it's the
So
same
hit
as.
crit.
Oh, here comes Predator. Here comes Predator. Here comes Predator.
Unfortunately, Augustine can't seem to hit the dice
And
box.
that's 2 crits this time. He shouldn't have spent that token. I would
He
have.
just lost his 2 shields, so that's okay. So he still has a chance to take out this Decimator. I'm
Yeah,
rooting for
yeah,
the A-Wing.
He's gotta he's gotta last through another 2 shots just to do that.
Go A-Wing. Nail that Decimator. Oh, wait, I
If
don't...
he does, I'll cry.
Well, But I think, what did he say? He had 9 points of damage on his decimator, so that means he needs 3 hits, right?
So he needs a range 1 shot, and he needs all hits.
I really hope this works out.
Jason, Jason, Jason. You're my hero.
I think they're debating on what's going on with the crits. I don't know what they were talking about. It looked like they were looking at all the crits that were on the decimator and trying to figure out what was actually going on.
Oh, no,
he was going to
Vader,
Vader, but he decided not to.
yeah.
Yeah, you would take crits from that if you did.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Yeah, he
Right,
wants
right.
his MOV.
That showed up in Worlds, and that was not pretty for the decimator.
Yeah, that was he wants his MOV. He doesn't want the decimator to die.
Yep.
Which I can't blame him because this is Star Wars. When I told some of my friends who are not as big into Star Wars as I was, they laughed at me. They're like, Star Wars, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Like, don't make fun of me, my nerddom.
My friends laughed at me too. Did they just call last round? 4 minutes? 4 minutes?
4 Minuten.
I definitely need a better set of ears, I think.
Well, we're busy talking. Because we're self-absorbed, remember?
That is true, we are.
Yeah, because, we're stereotype, typical.
How much overkill was on Poe?
Oh, how much? Well, they'll count it up at the end.
Okay. Although really, overkill on the decimator is kind of where it's at right now. Especially with those stupid
Crits?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if he could get like 3 crits on top of that with like major explosions and more direct hits.
Yeah, exactly.
Then he could have a little bit over there.
He's already removed 2 of his direct hits, right? So I think there's only 6 of them in a deck. Maybe there's 4, but
There's 7. There's
7.
7 total
okay.
in the
All
deck.
right.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that A-Wing. It's squeaking in right there.
He's gonna zero in on that decimator, man.
Oh man, I hope he gets some shots.
Even if he does a 1 straight, I think that's gonna clear.
Oh no, you know what? I'm sad. Soontir and the decimator are definitely gonna get their shots first.
Yeah, Oh yeah.
Ah,
He's got to get. That's what I was telling you before.
I didn't catch that until just now.
Oh well, he's gonna have a nice range 1. Range 2, range 1.
Come on, A-Wing. You can do it, A-Wing. Dodge all that damage incoming.
He does have an evade, so that's 1 solid evade you can count on.
That's a really tough choice, right? So I've been doing this with my TIE fighters, and it's like, do you evade or do you focus? Because technically with the focus... Oh, really?
Okay, well, he just flipped over the major hull breach, so
now
no
he
more
doesn't
crits.
take crits. Right. So evade definitely and not focus. Okay. Oh, what?
Well, Soontir.
No, Soontir's going to boost around and get him an arc
it'll be
again.
fine.
I was
That
about to
A-Wing
say.
is so in trouble.
Yeah. Oh,
Soontir
didn't
does
even
Soontir
boost.
things.
He just barrel rolls.
Oh yeah. Do whatever you want, Soontir.
That A-Wing.
Here comes a focus or a target lock focus, or not. It's just a focus evade.
Actually, why did he take an evade?
Interesting.
Or did he focus?
Well,
Actually, right, okay.
he evades and then he takes the focus from the stress.
Right, I guess I'm wondering why he takes an evade, because he's
Right.
not an arc, right?
I don't understand why you don't take the target lock here.
So, hit crit.
Maybe he already
And 2
has.
focuses.
He already has the target lock.
Ooh.
I forget his tokens. See that blue? Yeah, the blue token, and then that
okay.
token that he just
All right.
took. That was his target lock tokens. He's unique.
I think this is the end of our A-Wing here.
Yeah, unfortunately, because there's 1 more dice.
So
So 2 evades, 2 hit crit.
that
Yep,
was
good
it.
game. Good game.
Man,
Yeah,
that was tough.
Well, the Soontir Master has outflown Nathan Eady's list in the hands of Jason. So We'll see. You know what I would like to see is actually Nathan Eady fly against Augustine with this matchup here. That would be an interesting
You know
match.
what? That'd be cool.
Yeah, if only we could get him over
Maybe
here.
we can just fly him out here with all our buckets of money to have that showdown.
You mean we have buckets of money?
This isn't my podcast, right? So I'm just spending their money.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Okay. Well, we'll just put it on Joe's bill, and he can just
Yeah.
pay for it.
So we're gonna fly that kid out here, Joe, and we're gonna have him go up against Augustine's build here. Yep.
Nathan Eady. We're gonna bring out Nathan Eady, and you're gonna pay for it.
Anyway, that's it for this round here. So I guess we'll get back to you. The next game we're gonna have is gonna be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds like we'll be back in about 45 minutes because we're gonna have a lunch break here. So yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
and then,
see you guys in an hour or so.
and